Hello, everybody. Welcome to Journals of Journeys, episode 8. We are, as you notice, we are not in the typical office that we are
Yeah.
at. We are at a very exclusive place. We run a financial company and one of the top 8,000 companies that basically competed for this position or this spot. We are one of the few that's made it. Again, we run financial service, life insurance, all different kind of things coming through taxes, understanding specialties in those areas. But yeah, why don't you tell them where we are?
Yeah, so we're in middle late October, and we are at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton Resort in Naples, Florida.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And I've been to Florida a few times, but this is my first time in Naples.
Yeah, it's the Ritz Carlton. If you guys do not know the history of the Ritz Carlton, it's one of the most high end luxury hotels in the world, actually.
Yeah, they have some of the most beautiful luxury resorts with exceptional hospitality here. So this is our first time. Well, this is my first time at a Ritz-Carlton resort. I've been to a lot of, really nice resorts. And then first time here in Naples too. And it's October, but the weather is like beautiful here.
Yeah, we a lot of the
Yeah.
locals said we just miss the humidity of Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the view that, I mean, you guys are looking at the background, but if you can see the glare, the view over there is amazing. We have a full on beach view.
Yep.
Uh,
Beach, oceanfront view. Um, yeah, balcony view. And we're here with our spouses. We're not here together.
yeah, we're here with our spouses,
We're
yes.
here with our spouses.
But there's it's such an amazing place here. But we definitely want to get into the podcast. Talk about what our journey of the Journal of Journeys has been for us,
Yeah.
and some of the people that have some of our special guests that has come on. And hopefully it is something that you guys are interested in seeing, in learning more. And so, let me give you a little bit about how I feel about this the our journey on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's been interesting. A lot of people come with a lot of different experience. A lot of individuals with different background, different culture.
Yeah.
The way they do things in business, it's different. Of course, they have different products, different field,
Mm-hmm.
but the basic of the blueprint of strategy wise, it comes a lot of the same.
Yeah. Lots of similarities.
Yeah.
And so far with the guests that we've had, I feel like everyone came from humble beginnings and they've had their trials and tribulations, but they're, building, really good things on top of that. And I think just according to their stories, it sounds like the best lessons that they've learned to help them grow professionally and personally is from going through hard times, so that's one of the similarities that I think we can relate to so much too in
Yeah.
what we do as well.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest thing that I took from some of the podcasts is when Abe talked about desperation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough about, again, how he talks about not just the desperation of wanting it, but the desperation of really finding out who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about entrepreneurship and business, and again, in any kind of business, or even not being an entrepreneur, but being they call it an entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
where you work inside of a company, but you are actually a sole individual that maybe does sales or maybe does something else. But it's that desperation of wanting it so much that wanting to know who you really are, and that was really powerful to me. That's what I took from some of the people that were talking in there.
Mm-hmm. I do. I see one of the similarities is similar to that is having that hunger,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dia's story really inspired me. I didn't know that she had multiple strokes. We've known
Oh
them
yeah. Oh
for a
man.
while, but I didn't know that. And so, I think for some people, when you go through something like that, you can use it as an excuse, right? And you can use it as almost like a disability to not pursue more. But in her case, she started living after she found out that, hey, life is pretty short, and
Oh
she really
yeah.
made something out of it too. So that was very, very inspirational. I really like her story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and when you think about that, think about not just the situation that happened, but the process after it. That takes a toll on you,
Mm-hmm.
especially having those multiple strokes, like
Yeah.
she said, having those multiple strokes and trying to come back from that. And even if you understand or you don't know about strokes, that strokes actually the what's done to you, the effects, it doesn't go away. It
Mm-hmm.
stays
Yeah.
with you. And
Lifelong, huh?
yeah, oh, it's crazy, man. And so that what she said was so amazing, and how she's able to go through those trials and get back up onto what she is doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still have not gone to her. She throws a little network around town in Sacramento, Elk Grove area, or in the California area, and we still
We haven't gone because
no, we
every
haven't.
time they have an event, we have an event
Yes,
too.
that's
So
true.
we
Uh
haven't
huh. That is
been able
true.
to attend, but we will, dear. We're gonna. You keep reminding us.
Yes. And then, who I thought was amazing and really told her story in a different way, Charlotte.
Yeah, I
She,
agree.
yeah, her with her story coming from, I mean, after hearing that she's from Fresno and did a little research myself, I mean, Fresno is not it's not the best place to live. I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that. Statistically, they say it's not the best place to live. In some community that we've been to, some of the Fresno areas are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're known for their pistachio,
Right.
and just agriculture growing and things like that. But I think for hearing from her story and her experience, from some of the things, even outside of the podcast, when she was telling us, you have to learn it the hard way,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be mentally and physically capable of knowing what you're capable of doing, especially in an environment that is not best for, say, when you're young, when you're a
Yeah.
kid.
Right.
And so I think with her story and her husband's, coming together, being from where they are with low income apartments and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, to being where they are now, it's amazing because you can kind of, when she tells her story, it plays in your head, and you can basically see films of her
Mm-hmm.
story
Yeah.
going through. And I think she really, really told the story really well.
Yeah. I agree. I love how she saw that there was a need for something in her community, and then she turned it into not only a business but a place of like a community,
Yeah, yeah,
not just for Black Americans, but then it turned out that she created this community for everybody, all cultures, all women and men,
yeah.
where everybody can come in and they have a common ground. And, it's just really nice. And I think even for her, she's surprised of how well everything turned out. And it became more than what she had anticipated, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I
So that
think,
was amazing.
yeah, and I think that's what it is. I like how you said the culture, that she brought it actually in an area that allows the culture to come to that area. Because so the where her store is, so I just passed by her store like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to her store every now and then to go buy some hair product. Even for
Some
me,
wigs, huh?
no, not some wigs, which I think I might need some in the near future. But I go to her store, and you just see a variety of people coming through there. You see the black community actually does it really well, and she placed it in a place where there's not a lot of black community there,
Mm-hmm.
but it allows individuals from the black community to come there and see a different place of, hey, you know what, there's a black owner there.
Yeah.
And that's something new, or that's something that, you know what, maybe a little girl can see and say, one day I want to own something just like
Mm-hmm.
she does.
Right.
And
Right.
so I think for the next generation that are seeing her in that area, it's amazing, because that's passing it down to the next generation to see, hopefully open up their vision
Mm-hmm.
of saying, I want to own something like this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really like Crystal. I think that she's just so
Oh,
generous with her knowledge and her experiences. I feel like with her backstory, it's a little bit different from everyone else's because she was raised in a family that was very business oriented. They were already big into real estate, her parents and her uncles, and so she was submerged in that environment already. But then in her story, it's kind of reversed because she was a really successful real estate agent, and then she transitioned out of that to just being a mentor in the coaching industry, right? So it's like you're going from this huge industry to, hey, now I kind of want to do my own thing that's totally out of the of what we used to do. So I think that transition was really interesting to hear. But yeah, she was able to take so much of that knowledge and professionalism and apply it to what she's doing today. I think that's why she's so good at what she does.
yeah.
So that was a good
You
perspective.
should tell them the outcome of. Didn't you and Crystal do a network?
Yeah, we did. We had a workshop, and it was also a networking event. So I teach financial psychology, and then something that Crystal does with her clients is she also works with them on limiting money beliefs. So when we had a conversation, we just thought, hey, let's marry the two. Let's do a free workshop for our community and also give people the chance to come out and network with other individuals. And we had a really good turnout. I think there was like 23 people that came, and we had a lot of positive feedbacks, and people who weren't able to make it, they were messaging us saying, hey, when is the next one, and can we
Mm.
record it next time so that they can watch it
Oh,
too.
that's good.
So it was really fun, and yeah, we're chit-chatting, and hopefully we can do something like that in the future again too. So yeah, I love working with her.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It's always good to bring the community together and to add some value into their
Hmm.
life and hopefully change some of their lives a little bit
Yeah.
for the better. You know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the students that came that evening, it was their first time talking about money beliefs, and going through the exercise that Crystal had done with them, and it was very interesting. Even for me, that was the first time that I witnessed something like that too. So it was a good experience,
That's
but I
good.
had fun. Yeah.
That's good. There's especially when new people finally when people are learning about some type of field, especially in the financial world, it's a sensitive topic.
It is.
And but when people that have don't know much about the financial of how to build a retirement or how to how to strategize it in a way that it'll benefit you, when they hear it the first time, they're like, "How come I did not learn this in high
Right.
school?"
Right.
Or
It's not common knowledge.
yeah,
Yeah.
or even credit score. For me, credit score, I didn't know until I got out of high school, maybe even close to the middle of my college years, and then I'm like, what's this credit
Yeah.
score?
It's like, yeah, it's important.
And so but that's mind blowing. And again, not a lot of people still now. I mean, even with technology and those things, and we hope that all these information goes out and processed through people's minds and stuff like that. But most people are still very interactive,
Hmm.
face to face.
Yeah.
And so I think it's good that we throw these kind of networking events that
Hmm.
allows individuals to learn more about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good. In the past, when people wanted advice, they had to pay for a financial advisor, right, to
Mm-hmm.
to help them with their personal
Yep.
finances. And I think because we've been in the financial services industry, these kind of language, it's normalized for us.
Yeah.
So I think
Mm-hmm.
we take it for granted, but when we're able to teach what we know to other people and they really value it, I mean, that it makes it worth it. And it always reminds me that how much it's needed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So no, I really like it. So moving on, what are your future goals for the podcast? I think we've been doing a good job being consistent with posting, and
Yeah, we have been.
even with our schedules, it's been difficult, but I hope that we can continue to be consistent and
Yes.
bring more value, and really give people a platform to share their stories and their experiences.
Yeah.
But what are your goals?
Yeah, no, the goals for the podcast, the Journal of Journeys, it's again still in the name. We're keeping it, still learning about individuals, people out there that have stories that are very interested to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
We try to bring, and to our viewers, especially our viewers, as when we talk to people and hear their stories and learn from them, and we feel like we're taking a lot from them, and we feel like this is something that needs to be shared to the world. It needs to be shared to people that are in the same spot, people that are going through the same struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people feel like they are the only one in the world going through it, which
It's lonely, right? They
it
say
is.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
They say it's lonely at the top. It is lonely.
Yeah.
So I think most of the time people who have not been in business for themselves, we often just see like the end result,
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
like success. And it looks easy,
Oh yeah.
but it's lonely. So having like a place and a platform where we can all come and share our experiences and just throw ideas at each other. It's good to know that hey, other people are going through the same thing too, and they're making out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
and hopefully we can get within the podcast. Hopefully we can get more people that are I like community wise, local area.
Mm-hmm.
I like them because they come out as very organic.
Mm-hmm.
That they are not in the highest of the highest, but they're not. But they continue to look for growth. And I think when you're in the process for growth and you're still competing in the market and things like that, you see the world in a little bit different way.
Mm-hmm.
You think about individuals now in our field. I mean, we think about baby boomers.
Yeah.
They're looking into retirement, and they're at that stage of I can't continue to work for this long anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the entrepreneur. I mean, when we talk about baby boomer in the entrepreneurship, it does take a toll
Right.
because when you take that challenge on entrepreneurship, you're not working a 9 to 5 job no more. You're working 24/7.
Absolutely.
And so we think about those people that are in the entrepreneur side and they are looking to retire, and they're slowing down. They're not as competitive in the market anymore. Who's on the next list of
Mm-hmm.
coming on to entrepreneurship, growing their business and things?
Right.
Hopefully the younger generation.
Right.
And so I think bringing in more younger generation people, and then also having some people that have been in the industry for a long time but just want to tell their story. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing.
Yeah. No, I think that I'm just comparing like 13 years ago when I started, when we had our own business and we came into business for ourselves. The mindset of people during that time when it comes to hey, owning your own business, it was very like foreign.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were afraid of that. Like it wasn't, people didn't see you being an entrepreneur as like a substantial, like a consistent income, right? So
Mhm.
there's no security there.
Yeah.
But now, fast forward to now, I mean, everybody has some kind of business, everybody has some kind of side hustle, and maybe, especially in California, maybe they also have a 9 to 5 job, but they're also doing something on the side. I feel like the generation now, they're more business oriented.
Oh.
So we're gonna see
Mhm.
more of that, and I love that. With our podcast, because we're bringing people on at all levels of their journey, that hopefully that we can do this long term and we can follow up with these people in the next like 5 years or 10 years
Mhm.
and really see their growth, right?
Yeah.
And see like the shift in perspective, and that comes with experiences too. So that's one of my goal is doing this for the long haul and being able to grow with our guests,
Yeah.
and interview them again in the future to see what more insights that they can give us.
Yeah, I think I think we're on the right path. I think and even with the challenges in the world going on, with the wars going on, with
Yes.
I think elections coming up pretty
Yep.
soon next year, with everything on that part, you will be hearing a lot more story, and hopefully we can. We try to not go too political in this area because we like to hear the individuals
Mm-hmm.
on their journey. I know that now it's more political than ever
Oh
in
yeah,
the media and things like
everything's
that.
political.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like with everything happening in the world, when you're an entrepreneur, it affects your business
It
in one
does.
way,
It does.
whether
Yeah.
it's the market, whether it's taxes, whether it's right, like it
Mm-hmm.
affects our business. So it would be good to hear just over the years of how people, are able to overcome like the recessions and the high rates, interest rates and
Yeah.
stuff that we have now,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the financial services. If one day taxes are going up,
Yeah.
how are people, growing their business with in conditions like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, those are those are our goals in this podcast. We have we have basically the same goals. Hopefully, reaching an enormous amount of people. But if you enjoy watching our videos and and learning from our videos, let us know
Yeah.
and like and subscribe. And
Yes.
definitely click on the little bell so you can be notified of our next other videos. In the near future, we'll be having more and more people, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to miss out on that. All right, guys. See you guys on the next episode.
We're gonna go back and enjoy our vacation.
Bye.
Bye.